So the thing with the Remy Ratatouille's Adventure show building is that it did take up one of the expansion pads. You can see we're here in between Morocco and France, where they set up the food and wine booths. For this year, it's Belgium and Brazil. If you look back there through the trees, you can see the go-away green color of the Remy's Ratatouille Adventure show building. All right, so we're looking at the new expansion to the French Pavilion, the France Pavilion in Epcot. There's a new restroom there on the right, and another little building going up in front of it, which I believe will house, there's going to be a new restaurant in France. And then if you look behind that there is the facade, which will behind that houses Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. And they're actually starting to do a little more detail work. They've done some of the protective sheeting over the foam facade, the foam behind the sheeting, and looks like they're starting to do a little more work over there. As we keep turning here, you can see the facade of one of the buildings. It used to be backstage area, but now it's going to be the walkway around to the Remy's Ratatouille entrance, and you can see how they've started to make some architectural definition on what was before just flat walls. So those kind of little archways weren't there before, which I imagine are going to house fake windows and maybe a storefront or two. And as I keep going to the left, you'll see more of the expanded pathway looking out over the river to Crescent Lake. And then there's the old area, the onstage area for the France Pavilion, which is where the little French garden was. So there's a lot of expansion going on here, a lot to check out. And of course, as I zoom out, you can see there is the Eiffel Tower and a tower for the Disney Skyliner in front. The Disney Skyliner will go right over this expansion area. It'll have a great view of both the facade of Remy's Ratatouille Adventure and then any friendship boats going by here. So that's pretty cool. Looking forward to the Disney Skyliner opening September 29th of 2019, and Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is scheduled to open sometime next year. We're thinking early, like March, possibly April. There's a new sign for the entranceway to the Disney Skyliner, and you can kind of see how far back it is from the building, which is right there. Skyliners are not running right now. There's a fun Mickey and Minnie one right there. They do seat about 10 people, probably 8 American adults. And you can see how the vents are open on the side there. That is the only air conditioning for the cars. So you can imagine as they sit in the sun like this, it might get pretty hot in there. But when they're moving, my understanding is that there's more than enough wind blowing through there to keep it cool. So the new International Gate is getting a new little permanent structure there for the scanning your tickets. And I suspect there'll be one for bag check as well. They're expecting a lot more traffic on this side once the Disney Skyliner opens on September 29th.